nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling them.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling them wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Have you decided where you will go from here?
I better
If
get me
not,
some alpacas.
why not find a
Once they've
patch of
hauled
soft
everything over to
grass and
Snezhnaya,
rest a
make
while?
a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
If ever you find that the animals in Nod Krai behave in ways you do not understand, just ask me and I will explain.
Make a little extra by selling. I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling.
Oh, Taki ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, it's done that again. Oh, Taki ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great day today. It is Saturday, the 20th of September, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I went outside, hung out with friends, and then found myself under the totalitarian fascist regime known as Spring, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe springtime is upon us. And with that, first off, obviously it's getting a bit warmer here in Sydney, so that's really good. But secondly, as we get closer to spring, or if we're actually already in spring, September, October, November. Yeah, we are in spring actually. As we get further into spring, I'm feeling more and more of those hay fever symptoms. So my nose is just permanently blocked and or permanently running and it doesn't seem to want to stop. So that's very, very irritating. It's that kind of thing as well where it's like I can't even fix it by wearing a jacket, for example, because if I do that, then I'm sweating balls. Because it's also hot. It's hot, but my nose is running and I'm sneezing like crazy. So it's hay fever. I'm not cold. There's just a lot of pollen in the air, and that's very, very annoying for me. Evidently. I mean, I think that's how hay fever works, right? There's a lot of pollen dust in the air now that, like, various things are now sort of starting to wake up and all that jazz. So, yeah. Hey, Seed, how's it going? And I'm not entirely sure if there is, in fact, like, a viable solution for that, because it kind of just is what it is.
Right now, emerge, right here. Shower me with praise! You poor elastic.
Can't see? Yeah.
Emerge. Branch into song.
Oh, there we go. Starting off strong, okay. Let's have a look at what we got. Hey, Pizza-chan, how's it going? Artifact farming. Yeah, we go through some artifact farming at the start of every stream. We go through some artifact farming, and then we get into the Archon Quest and, you know, all of that good stuff. It's the veggies before meat approach to live streaming.
Right now, right here.
One with the forest. Yeah.
Receive my blessing. Right now, right here.
Oh yeah.
Keep up. Right now.
Exactly. That's exactly what that means. You know what? I think I might be able to break this particular boss faster with Shadow Blitz. Hey, how's it going? Missed a few live streams as per usual. Yeah, well, that's okay. I may be able to break this a little bit faster with a Nilu team. Oh, actually, you know what? If I want to speedrun it, I'll just... The reality is, if I want to speedrun it, I'll just break it faster with Moika. Because even though I'm enjoying my Quick Bloom Tighnari team, at the end of the day, my Moika team will be faster.
Strike a pose.
Well, that's not what I want to do.
Faster, stronger. Let's... Pyroclastic surge.
See? There we go. Faster. Yeah, let's just speed run this.
Rise with the...
Controlled breathing. Start the...
Wrath from the sky!
Ooh-yah! I'm playing City Skylines on my PC. City Skylines. I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, actually, I wonder. Okay, let's find out. So... I was... Oh, hang on. Shinobu? Okay, let's see how fast I clear with this. You know, SimCity? Oh, yeah.
And shroud!
Forest, protect... Shower me with praise! Ha! Emerge, right here, right now.
Oh. Bury you.
Just a moonlight.
One with the forest. Yeah.
So that was... Did anyone happen to catch the time of how long that took? I don't know. I am just wondering if, We'll have a look at what that ended up being in a sec. So we'll go Nahida instead of ooh. Ooh, I do wonder if Lauma would be better than Enefa in this team. I don't know, because what is Lauma providing in a what do you call it, in a spread team? It's just the extra res shred, the unnecessarily extra res shred. Whereas what does Lauma, what does Enefa provide? Another 200 EM, which is actually very, very useful for someone like Tighnari. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, tricky question. City Skylight is the city builder that took over since the whole fiasco. There was a fiasco?
Right now, right here.
And Shroud!
Hey! Committed to memory.
I'll uproot you!
Okay, that happened. Interesting. Interesting.
One with the...
Show them. Emerge. Right now.
And Shroud! Let's nip that in the bud.
Okay. One more to go. One more to go, chat. One more to go. What happened with SimCity 2013? I'm not familiar with this
Can't see?
controversy.
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Defensive mode engaged. Committed to memory.
One with the Force. I'll uproot you!
SimCity 2013 was a disaster from the get-go, and since then the title for Best City Builder went to City Skylines. Interesting. What happened with SimCity 2013? In fact, potentially... Okay. That's an Enefa piece right there. That is an Enefa piece and a half. Holy. Because I am kind of thinking... I'm kind of thinking, does Enefa actually get an upgrade going from TOM to, Serenade? EA is what happened? Oh, lame! Bloody EA. So what do? Did they just over-monetize the hell out of it or something? You know what? I brought this team along. A friggin' this Nouvellette team that I'm not entirely sure is the Nouvellette team right now, but you know, I brought this Nouvellette team thinking I was gonna do artifact farming with this Nouvellette team, but I guess that didn't happen. Oh, can I get a feather? Wait, can I get a dust feather? Because I did just get that thing, so yes I can. Bang, there it is. Okay, well we're going to actually use that dust feather immediately. Because I have been trying to get an upgrade on this particular artifact for my Yaimiko. The reason why is because there's 2 rolls into defense. So I figured, how about... Get this. I figured, how about, we try our hand? Oh. Or... Hang on, let me look at my, priority list of artifacts. I've got a crit rate hat with 2 rolls of flat defense that I want to roll, which is this one. I've got a Long Night's Oath EM Sand. I've got an Electro Cup. There's a Whimsy Feather that I want to roll as well. I could potentially do that, or and use. We might take a pause on this actually. Let me have a look. Cloran's Whimsy Feather, which I believe is this one. I think it might make more sense for me to do the, I guess it won't really matter. I think it might make more although, no, you know what? No. This one is top priority. No, this one is top priority. We're going to roll this one again. So I've rolled this a few times now, We're gonna try and roll this again. We're gonna try to aim for only crit damage and EM. I misread how this hallowed exegesis thing, exegesis is that even a word? I misread how this hallowed exegesis thing works. I thought that like when you unlock it, like the next up to 6 feathers that you use will give you the buff, but it seems like that's not the case. It's one roll will have this 4 enhancement buff, which I think that's really, really lame. That it's only one roll that will do it, as opposed to like, you know, the next, but I guess that's overpowered. If it's like the next 6 feathers, for example, you can guarantee 4 rolls. That might be a little bit overpowered, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It feels a bit scummy that it's only just one of them. I don't know. I mean, if they're gonna do that, then I guess it makes more sense for them to try and give us more thingamajigs. Try and give us more feathers, I reckon. No, you're back to 2. But there we go. Hey, Vibe Half, how's it going? You got Key on the Chronicle banner. Nice. Do you want Key? Are you playing Nilu or are you playing Farina? Like, what's going on? They are starting to give a few more feathers, but they could definitely... I feel like with this particular part of this whole thing being a thing, I think they could stand to give us more feathers. But anyway, we have at least 2 enhancements total, so we're basically trying to aim for all EM or crit damage, okay, folks? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call in the industry an absolute win. And now, that will bring this one all the way down in my priority. I have a priority list to like maybe here. An upgrade is an upgrade. That's a very solid upgrade because I don't have any flat defense rolls anymore. So this is I have like a reshaped priority list that I've just got running right now, right? That is a very big upgrade because yeah, flat attack is like infinitely better than flat defense. Let's be very, very clear. So, you know, getting a bit more crit damage, getting some EM, and then also getting a flat attack roll instead of another flat defense roll. Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. Okay, that worked out pretty well. With, one... I think that was, like, probably the most glaring problem piece that I had. And now my priority list is kind of finicky and all over the place. Alright, cool. Awesome. Fantastic. 10 out of 10, ladies and gentle people. Oops.
Whatever would you do without me?
Whatever would we do without her, ladies and gentlemen. So now I have 316 EM, I have 222.6% crit damage, and I have a smidge more attack, 31 attack. Okie dokie. Let's go to Leo real quick. Just because it's closest. Man, gone are the times where we're like constantly hanging out in Liyue. Who would have ever thought that you would actually live to see the day where you're a centaur galloping around Liyue? Who would have thought that you would ever see something like this? I feel like if someone were to come from the future and show us gameplay footage that looks like this, we'd be like, what the hell kind of AI mobile slop is this game? You know? We'd be looking at that. You know those ads that are like clearly asset flips from Genshin with like some random other characters, and you're thinking like, wow, they really just stole from Genshin. That's literally Liyue. That's not a character that exists in Liyue. What the hell is this ad? You know, that kind of thing. Oh, by the way, I also did the Kling Klung from Kake Craft Shop meeting point off stream. Just because I wanted to. Figure we weren't exactly missing out on much. The story for it was actually pretty nice. It was just Aino and Enefa, you know, chillin'. Big chillin'. I really like Enefa as a character, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's actually like one of the coolest characters now.
Even when the night is gone.
She's like, she's got like one of the nicest personalities, and she's also got a really wholesome relationship with Aino. I really like her. Alright. Let's... Ooh, hang on. Let me see real quick. So Miko's on there. So... I'm just curious, how Akasha maxed is my illustrious Yai Miko now? So, as of 5 hours ago on Akasha, my Yai Miko with the build that I'm running, which by the way is one with an EM SAD, therefore the ranking is a lot lower because Akasha rankings for like Aggravate and Raikou don't give a crap about EM. Rank, I'm top 3.382%. Now let's see if that's changed. 2.103%, ladies and gentlemen. I've jumped from 3.38 to 2.103. Boom, there it is, chat. Lock it in. Lock it in, okay? Clip it and ship it. Okay, everyone. Remember, the following 3 hours, maybe, is going to be very spoiler heavy. So, you know, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, then you don't know, and you probably shouldn't be watching. Just heads up, okay? We're gonna get right into it. Let's turn on Focused Experience Mode. Lauma, what's going on? I think, yeah, so we recently chatted with...
I've never heard that name.
We recently chatted with Columbina, and we heard about Rerir.
For the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst the people of Nod Krai. But if this Rerir is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Yeah. Things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together, but right now...
If we don't stick together, we'll be picked off one by one. We're all in this together.
Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis. As it happens,
We should go and find Miko for this.
reasons to protect Nod Krai, but even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
Thank you. The Frost Moon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land are not cast in stone. The winds of change are blowing, and we Scions have nowhere to run. Our faith, our sect, all of it is here.
So you're gonna have to join up with like Fatui. You're gonna have to join up with the Fatui, the Lightbringers, sorry, the Light Keepers, various other factions. Even the
Krumkake craft shop is
what do you call it?
by, right?
Even the secret keepers, yeah. Even Dory's gonna have to chip in somehow. This is gonna be interesting. All right, let's go to Kling Klung from Kake. Oh yeah, Aino and Enefa are actually a whole faction, huh? That's true. It's interesting that they're actually a functional faction.
we meet again.
Listen,
What's happening?
listen. We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens.
Can it kill a god?
There when we fired it, right?
Can that cannon kill a god, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know.
Helps you sleep at night. I don't know what is. True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Rarier's super fast?
You just have to shoot where he's going to end
we'll
up.
just get enough to go grab him and tie him down.
Damn.
You're not taking this seriously at all, are you?
It never can do that?
Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuuvahki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot. You sure have.
Yeah, true. She's a legit faction.
Huh?
A whole ass thing.
Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world. All of Nod Krai, heck, all
Now, I
of
will say this.
will know my name once we're through.
I feel like the Kromkake Workshop faction at 100% fire, at 100% strength is Aino and Nefer. But when the Nefer is out in like Natland for whatever reason, I feel like the Kromkake Workshop is at 30% power. Not to say that Aino is necessarily weak or anything. It's just that, like, you know, she's a kid at the end of the day. Nefer is where the real firepower lies. But Nefer is like fiercely loyal to Aino, and that's why the Kromkake Workshop is a legitimate, like that's why the Kromkake Workshop, to me anyway, is also a very legitimate faction, because Aino holds power, not physically, but like politically, with a fiercely loyal Nefer. So yeah.
Sure. Travel safe.
Oh, and also because she can build a lot of robots. She herself is weak. But she's able to build a lot of robots and therefore has a fiercely loyal,
Since
like,
you're
army of
getting
mecha.
a wild hunt. Something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back.
Oh.
So, see, guy, the Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices.
What? She also has the cannon. Exactly. Yeah, she also has the cannon. We met Sosi. He's dead, skis?
What?
Stop.
Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago?
Yeah. Well, it's a few days for us because, you know, obviously I paused the Archon Quest, but still. I still remember this guy.
Yeah, it's still new news. So, not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely.
Okay, we need to go and find Clorand. She can help us figure out what happened. Also, happy birthday, Clorand.
Rafa over to Nasha Town with some flowers later.
Damn, that's rough.
Oh, he seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's Sergeant Majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
So someone is doing this from...
That makes it even worse.
Is Rerir actually afraid of the cannon? Ooh, good question then. I don't think Rerir would be afraid of a cannon. He's a sinner from Khaenri'ah. There's no way... When I think of sinners from Khaenri'ah, I'm thinking like he's at the same power level as Sertology and bloody... and bloody Rheindotter. And you know, we were talking about this last time. Rheindotter is now the Shade of Life. And Sertology is like one of the strongest fighters in the known universe. I don't think Rerir being at the same power level, I think, would be afraid of this cannon. It's a cannon. Look, the cannon is very, very strong and very, very frightening and terrifying and powerful, yes. But, you know, when we're going up against a friggin' Celestial, the cannon is basically a pea shooter, let's be real here.
Hey! What do you mean, actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourself.
Oh, we should go find Flins.
Let's go then. You coming along, Inefa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
Alright,
Okay.
we'll see you later.
Wait, if we're gonna do if we're gonna go and chat with them, then I guess we might find ourselves. I know for a fact that at some point we should be having a way of playing a bit of Flins. That's why I'm like sort of. That's why I was going to do a Thunderbolts and Thunderclouds game, and I won't bother with Sucrose.
Is it time to go?
I won't bother with Sucrose. I'll have a healer. This way. Okay, here we are.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Oh, hello, Nefa. Just showing up out of nowhere.
Never. When did you?
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then?
Yeah.
Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess?
The Wild Hunt, isn't it?
Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well.
Yep.
Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
We find Flins.
Just follow me.
Oh, never mind. What, does Nefa have like a secret all pass? Or does she know of another way in?
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
That's okay.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
Oh, easy mode.
All of them?
All of them.
The paperwork checks out.
All right,
We have paperwork?
enter.
Oh, you lost me at we have paperwork. We do? Do I have C3? Hang on, do I have C3 to hire or C4 to hire?
Paimon might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
I think tonight I might actually wish for a C4 to hire.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us
Shishich? Wait, I'm sorry. Did I hear that correctly? Is his name Shishich? As in, his name is actually thank you in Chinese? No shot, right? There is no way. Oh, I think I have C2 to hire. Do I have C3? Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. Okay, we'll keep going.
Greetings. If you would allow me.
Probably a coincidence. Yeah, definitely.
It happened not long ago. The sergeant major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate
polearm?
investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed.
Is Reria gonna be a playable character? Is he? Is I'm thinking it's Reria. Is Reria like a playable character who's also going to be using a polearm then?
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an
I hope he's not Pyro. Sorry, I hope he's not Electro because that would make him the third Electro male polearm character in the game.
In the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
Flins?
Wait, what?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Wait, are they suggesting that Flins was the one who did it?
Very odd indeed.
Sorry, are they suggesting that Flins is the one who did it? Oh. They're suspecting Flins.
So, he's the prime suspect right
He's also a
now,
polearm
right?
character, huh?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions.
And
on
also,
the
we're not inclined to play... Hoyo's not inclined to be selling
we know of.
whole-ass criminals
So he
as...
lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime.
Oh, actually, that's not true.
But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal
Technically,
wound itself
Risley
are in his
was a
favor.
criminal. Was a criminal.
So we are
But he
looking for
was...
another
But he did but he
Looks like there's
did.
not much else
Wait,
to do
was he a
back
criminal?
here.
Yeah, he was.
Let's go outside and discuss
But he
what
did
we've
end
seen.
up serving his time in the fortress, and then he became leader of the fortress. So I guess that's a little bit different. Shigvin also was a criminal technically, but she also served her time in the fortress and is now the nurse.
So, the evidence points to Flint.
Ito served time in
just so
prison
happens
as
to
well.
have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought. Have we been
Flint's has
talking to
left
Flint
us
or have we
with
been
many
talking to
questions,
Rerir?
all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
Claire's a war criminal? True. Yeah, something up about Flins. Yeah, Flins might not be real.
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
That's assuming it's even Flins at all.
What reason would Flins have to murder Sosie anyway?
Yeah, that's a bit
None, as
odd.
far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yeah, even Rerir's motives are just unclear.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge. Likely so that he could act in secret under other
That's
guises.
true. It's called like hiding your aces up your sleeve.
What?
He has been hiding that ability for the most part.
Right?
True.
What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk. Similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon.
The goal was probably to stop the cannon from firing. Because Sosie is a very important member of the team for the cannon, no? But, I don't know. Yo, Mr. Gay-ass D-How, how's it going, man?
We'd have to ask Flint's ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be...
Did I end up getting C1 R1 Lauma? C1 but no R, but not R1.
There are other less
Just C1.
likely
I'm not interested in the weapon.
For instance,
The weapon doesn't seem all that interesting. Does her heal give enough for Farida?
and been living as him
Barely?
for some time now.
I can hit 20% incoming healing bonus, so I can hit about 50 fanfare stacks. I can hit 50%, rather, I can hit about 200 fanfare stacks out of the 300. Some teams I do find myself hitting the full 300, but I think part of that might be getting hit. So it's mainly for the quality of life. It's mainly for, well, my initial goal for getting C1 Lauma was mainly for like Nilu teams, so that I don't have to use Kokomi as the healer. You know? For the Farina teams, that was more of like a nice surprise. But I wasn't initially going to just like exclusively rely on the C1 healing for Farina teams, because at the time I didn't think that even Shinobu could heal enough. Turns out Shinobu can. But C1 Lauma's healing is, I think, less than Shinobu's. So, you know, not necessarily something to rely on, but, you know, you still get about 200 stacks, more or less. Unless you get hit, in which case you can actually hit the full 300 stacks. But if you have C2 Farina, obviously everything goes out the window. I think even if you have C1 Farina, I'd be wondering if you can. I still gotta build a Deepwood. I personally feel like you don't need to put Deepwood on Lauma. Lauma already has 25% Dendro Red Shred right from the jump. If you put Deepwood on her, most of the time, instead of getting 30% Red Shred, you're only getting 15 from Deepwood. Now, 50% Red Shred is nice, because it does kind of translate to apparently like a full-on 15% DPS increase. But the Serenade set is also potentially very useful as well. I don't know. And also, like, for Lauma, she doesn't give a crap about the 15% Dendro damage. Because damage percent doesn't work. The damage percent doesn't matter on Old Mate. Serenade is the instructor knockoff. Serenade is the instructor increase. Sorry, we're gonna really what do you call it? Diverge from what we're doing just now. So instructor is 80 EM and then everyone gets 120 EM. Serenade is 20% ER and then everyone can get either 60 or 180 EM. So it's effectively a better instructor, yeah. And also it's a 5-star set, so you can get better stats from Serenade than you can from instructor. That means more ER, more EM, just overall, you know, it kind of works out that it's a better instructor. It's not a DPS. Well, it can be. If your character doesn't give a crap. Well, if your character's... If you can build a DPS set of Serenade and have a pretty good time. And a bit racist. Yeah, I guess, but you don't have... But it's not as racist. Yeah, no, it is a bit racist.
Yes. That is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Okay.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do. Or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
That's okay. We're here to help.
Don't worry. You'll receive a top-class reward in return.
Then let's go and help him.
The beach is all yours.
I think if I do manage to build a proper Serenade set... Oh, crap, sorry.
Should we reveal Rarier's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people.
Ooh. Maybe.
Hey, why are you laughing?
Paimon's actually got a pretty good idea, actually.
How satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside...
I guess it would turn the entirety of Nasha Town into Among Us.
Whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rarier more opportunities to capitalize on.
That's true.
And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts?
Yeah, once again, turning Nasha Town into Among Us.
Of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right.
That being said, though, this is a matter of public This is a matter of public interest, no?
Nothing for it then. We've just gotta find
Kind of don't like the idea of keeping everyone in the dark.
But just in case,
But I kind of get where Neff is coming from.
We should neither be excessively afraid of Rarier, nor trust in Flins too lightly. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
All right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Neffer.
Thanks, Neffa.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Excuse me?
Hey, you!
Oh yeah, speaking of artifacts. Sorry, let me just... I forgot to roll some artifacts. So, let's see. There was the level 17, I think, thereabouts. Okay, so let's see. We've got a level 20 there. There's a level 20 there. Wasn't there an artifact that I was like midway through rolling and then I stopped?